I think it's important to always try to figure out where the positives can be found, because right now it is just nothing but negative headline after headline. And of course, we're seeing in real time just how completely corporate captured almost every elected representative is in this country. And it comes full circle when you're dealing with the issue of Israel-Palestine and the complete denial that is out there. Is very, very disturbing. And one of the things that I think we should do right off the bat is to show you, look, we called out Senator Fetterman for saying what he said, which was absolutely insane. It wasn't even a little bit of a nuanced response. It
very
was
disappointing.
AIPAC, give me exactly what you want me to say, and I will say it. God. Even though his next election isn't until 2028, it's as if I can't take any chances. I don't want to be on anybody's bad side. But what happened last night was really bad. For those of you who don't know, and forgive me, David, do you remember the gentleman's name who attended this event?
No, I don't have it off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Colin, if you have that, if you can put it in the description, really appreciate it.
It's in the video.
It is in the video.
Oh,
okay, great, perfect.
Thanks,
All right, so we're going to play a clip real quick of this gentleman who is a constituent in Pennsylvania who wanted to speak, and very cordially, with Senator Fetterman about how he's been handling the current situation that's happening in Israel-Palestine. You're not going to like it.
No, I'm
May I ask you something? Why aren't you supporting a humanitarian ceasefire? No, I'm with the Senator's team. If you'd like, I can talk to you. No, I can talk to. I voted for him. I'm sorry, this is a democracy. It absolutely is. Yeah, but kind of, sort of. Why? 10,000 people in Gaza have been killed, half are children. The Pope's calling for a ceasefire. The UN has called for it. I'm just asking you. You're a good guy. I voted for you. I know you're a nice guy. This is important. You need to leave. Here, can I give you a phone? Here. I asked the Senator a question. I asked him a question.
He just assaulted him. He just assaulted him. He just assaulted him. He just assaulted him. He was just talking to him. He's assaulted him.
It would seem to me that that was a very, very polite approach to the senator, saying, listen, I voted for you. I like you. I'm trying to have a nuanced conversation here. Get out of here, buddy. You're not allowed in here. And it turns out that guy wasn't even like an owner of the bar. That was a staffer of Fetterman's that shoved him out of the bar. Not a good look.
No.
I mean, it's truly horrendous, and complete contempt for Fetterman. I mean, he's released some statements that are so bloodthirsty. It's almost hard to to read them. Not only not supporting a ceasefire, but in fact justifying the mass slaughter of Palestinians. It's horrific. It's been really disappointing too. I have to say, usually I won't, go this far, but his staff has been horrible too. His staff has been on Twitter chiding and harassing and insulting Palestinian peace activists. It's been extremely, extremely disappointing. And Ben Burgess wrote about this early on when Fetterman was running for Senate, about how awful he was on Palestine. And it really gets to, I think, this fundamental question that the progressive movement has been sort of wrestling with, right? I mean, people who know me know where I fall on the issues that we should be supporting Palestine, even if it means going up against DMFI money and things like that. But, there's been this kind of tactical thing. It's like, oh, well, maybe, we can sort of accept some kind of statements from elected officials. They don't want to have to go up against a bunch of money. It might, swing the race. But Fetterman, I think, is a pretty crystal clear example of somebody who might have thought, oh, maybe he's just saying these kind of things when he's running to protect his back end. No, this is a guy who not only is not taking the right position on this, is in fact like cheerleading and playing a leading role in the support for the mass slaughter of Palestinians right now. Terrific.
Yeah, this is very problematic. And I think I understand what you're saying, like, because as somebody who is Jewish and grew up very Zionist, it took me many years of deprogramming. And it's sort of like this, It's like mental gymnastics. And the more you see, the more mental gymnastics you have to do. And then eventually for people that like come out of it, we're like, all right, I just can't keep doing that anymore. But you have this whole group of people that live in this zone where everything would be completely unacceptable if it were any other country except for Israel, right? So, and it's this like state of acceptance that we all just live in. And I am at the point now, like with people that are elected people, content creators, people that we know have access to the information, that there's no excuse to not know. And so you're either being willfully ignorant or you're lying. And that is an unacceptable place to be for anybody that we elect. So it's sort of like if you are supportive of an ethno state and thereby an ethno cleanse, okay, so be it, but own that and stop gaslighting us like you're trying to tell us this is a democracy. And I completely reject it. I think they're all a bunch of cowards, especially the Jews. Shame on every single Jew in Congress that does not take a stand on this. And I don't know whether or not they believe their own stuff. Like a lot of them are just willfully ignorant Zionists because they don't want to know the truth, or if they're scared of AIPAC. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because if you're willfully ignorant and or lying, you're a coward either way. So you just don't belong there. Like I am so beside myself angry. And every time these things come up and I look on the list of who said we should do this and who said not nary a Jew, it's shameful.
And then you have the president who compounds this in such a horrific way by not only forget not calling for a ceasefire. I mean, he's going on national TV saying that the Palestinians are lying about how many people are dead. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that it's not actually 8,000 women and children that have been killed already. Let's just say it's 6,000. I guess that's not so bad, right? It gets to the point where...
Well, how many Palestinians per Jew? Like, that's really what it comes down to. What was that Egyptian, the comedian that was trying to get Piers Morgan to tell him exactly how many Palestinians per Jew is.
But how much mental gymnastics are you going to do on this issue? And the fact that, Bernie, for example, hasn't come out and said anything related to a ceasefire, just says we need to get them a humanitarian aid.
I don't even want you to do it when he's like this.
It's not good enough. Forget that it's not good enough. It's so egregiously unacceptable because they know what they're doing. And just when stories get leaked and they let you know exactly what's going on, when they talk about they're literally dumping like sewage from above onto it's nuts.
Well, and this has been going on for years. That's the part, right? Like, isn't that ultimately, David, what's the most infuriating thing is that if you're watching the news and to them, this all started on October 7th. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.